Making headlines, the President congratulates the candidates of PNC for securing 33 out of 37 seats in Saturday's by-election. Deputy Speaker Nazim calls for greater transparency, accountability and integrity in governance. And Minister Adam Sharif Umar states that Modi's membership in OGP will enable opportunities to strengthen the decentralization system. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum and welcome to PSM News in English with me, Idham Naeem. President Dr. Mohammad Moise congratulates the candidates of the ruling People's National Congress for securing 33 out of 37 seats in Saturday's by-election held to elect members to local councils and women's development committees, WDCs. In a social media post, the president extended his felicitations to the winning candidates and provided details of the seats won by the ruling party. He noted that 24 seats out of 37 were won by uncontested, while 9 seats were won through competitive elections, bringing the total number of seats won to 33. The PNC won one Atoll Council President seat, one Island Council President seat, as well as 2 local council seats. Additionally, 29 WDC seats were also secured by PNC. In his post, the president thanked the Almighty and congratulated the winning candidates as well as their supporters and those that participated in the vote. Deputy Speaker of the Parliament Ahmad Nazim calls for greater transparency, accountability and integrity in governance. He made the remarks while addressing the first Commonwealth Parliamentary Association CPA Asia and Southeast Asia Regional Conference. Addressing the CPA Regional Conference, Deputy Speaker Nazim highlighted the basic characteristics of the good governance. He stressed the importance of transparency, accountability to the people, maintaining an independent media environment and maintaining democratic principles, and called on member state lawmakers to adhere to such principles. Nazim added that the rising populism in the political arena, the spread of misinformation and challenges to democratic principles are matter of great concern. He called for collective action to address and overcome such issues. He also highlighted the economic disparities among countries and challenges to good governance due to security threats, terrorism and international relations. The minister also spoke on the importance of strengthening the integrity of institutions, independent exchange of information and providing opportunities for dialogue, and urged to give special priorities for these sectors. The CPA Regional Conference brings together representatives of the parliaments of Commonwealth Parliamentary Association CPA member states in the region to discuss and strengthen cooperation among legislative bodies. The conference focuses on key regional and global issues. The Modi's Deputy Speaker Nazim was elected as the regional representative of the CPA for Asia at the 67th Commonwealth Parliamentary Conference CPC held in Sydney, Australia. Minister of Cities, Local Government and Public Works Adam Sharif Umar states that the Maldives' membership in the Open Government Partnership OGP will enable the Maldives to seek international assistance and cooperation to strengthen the decentralization system. Speaking on the Maldives recently joining the OGP, Minister Adam Sharif said that although there are several laws in place in the Maldives, there are challenges in implementing and enforcing them. Therefore, joining the organizations such as the OGP will support efforts to address such challenges by collaborating with civil society organizations to ensure integrity and good governance while also facilitating the technical assistance needed to further enhance the decentralization system, he said. The Modi's government announced its OGP membership during the OGP Asia and Pacific regional meeting. According to the government, joining the OGP will help promote public and civil society participation and build an environment that encourages accountability and transparency as well as good governance. The OGP meeting is attended by officials from the Ministry of Cities, Local Government and Public Works, as well as representatives from Formula and Kurdufushi city councils. As part of the meeting, they observed how cities in the Philippines are operated. Minister of Homeland Security and Technology Ali Ihsan says that the administration has successfully recovered approximately 71.34 million USD in fees associated with migrant workers that were owed to the state by employers. He made this statement during the Riyasi Bayan 2025 forum, an event centered on the presidential address delivered by President Dr. Mohamed Muiz at the inaugural session of Parliament for 2025.
Minister Ihsan disclosed that employers collectively owe the state an estimated $116.72 million in migrant workers related fees. He revealed that the administration has successfully reclaimed approximately $71.34 million, thereby reducing the outstanding balance to around $38.77 million. In his address at the forum, the minister underscored the administration's initiative to tackle the issue of undocumented migrant workers in the country. He highlighted Operation Kurangi, a specialized campaign designed to collect biometric data from all migrant workers, identifying undocumented individuals, and expose unregistered illegal business operations. He stated that since the campaign's inception, the administration has collected biometric data from over 44,000 migrant workers. The minister also elaborated on the achievements of the Homeland Security Ministry in other areas, notably in combating drug trafficking and substance abuse. He announced that the administration has decided to establish drug offenders remand centers in 3 regions of the country, which will provide community rehabilitation services. Additionally, Minister Ihsan discussed the administration's legislative amendments aimed at addressing drug and gang-related crimes. He acknowledged that despite the presence of existing legislation, enforcement has proved challenging. He said the proposed amendments are intended to bolster the authorities' capacity to effectively combat these crimes.
The Minister of Fisheries and Ocean Resources, Ahmad Shyam, states that the government aims to bring revolutionary changes to the fishing industry with increasing youth participation in the sector due to timely and regular payments assured for fishermen. He made the remark while speaking at a forum held to discuss this year's presidential address delivered by President Dr. Mohamed Muiz at the opening ceremony for the new parliamentary session. The minister highlighted efforts undertaken by the government to strengthen the fishing industry, noting that when the new administration took over, there was a significant backlog in paying fishermen due to sudden changes in fish prices implemented by the previous administration. However, the government has successfully cleared all pending dues, ensuring that payments are now settled for fishermen for their catch regularly, in line with President Dr. Mohamed Muiz's presidential pledge, he noted. With these changes in place, youth who had once engaged in the sector and left it are now returning to fishing boats once again, the minister noted. The minister further noted that although the law includes a provision on training those actives in the fishing industry, it is President Dr. Muiz who has brought it into practice. Minister of Education Dr. Ismail Shafiu announces that the administration plans to transform the education sector with the introduction of an advanced education management system. He said that the state-of-the-art platform aims to provide parents and guardians with seamless access to vital academic and student-related information.
The minister introduced the new initiative at the Riyasi Bayan 2025 forum. The event was dedicated to discussing President Dr. Muhammad Muizzu's address at the inaugural session of Parliament for 2025. During his address, the President outlined the administration's vision and strategic plan for advancing the education sector. At the forum, Minister Shafiu provided further insights into the administration plan initiatives, particularly highlighting the development of the comprehensive education management system. He added that the new system is designed to enable parents and guardians to access students' academic records and other relevant information. Minister Shafiu disclosed that the project would necessitate an investment of approximately $2.91 million. Further elaborating the plan, he said that the system will provide real-time access to student attendance, school environment activities, and detailed examinations results once operational. Minister also presented data on students' academic performance across various subjects at the forum. He noted that the ministry had conducted a comprehensive analysis of students' proficiency level in key stage 1 and 2 of the national curriculum implemented in 2015. The findings reveal a concerning trend in mathematics, according to the minister, with a significant number of students receiving low grades. Minister Shafiu reported that while 50% of the students passed the mathematics module in 2015, this figure had declined to 46% by 2023. He additionally highlighted that students were also struggling in English and Divehi languages.
Minister of Tourism and Environment Tariq Ibrahim insists that employees must be afforded the opportunity to showcase their abilities and skills in the workplace. The minister made these remarks at the opening of the 5th National HR Convention organized by the Maldives Association of HR Professionals, MAP.
The National HR Convention and Expo is the largest gathering of HR professionals, businesses leaders and people's leaders across all disciplines. At the event, professionals come together to learn, unlearn and relearn about the latest HR and people development trends. According to MAHRP, the 5th National HR Convention will be focused on the latest trends in global and local context of HR challenges and opportunities. Speaking at the opening ceremony of the convention, Minister Tariq said the government will give special priority to human resource capacity building in the tourism sector. Noting that the tourism sector remains the economic lifeline of the country, the minister urged people to take advantage of the many employment opportunities available in the sector, adding that all locals must be given a fair chance to take these opportunities without discrimination or bias. He said that the employers need to think about making the workplace more inclusive with youth, women and persons with disabilities. Minister said in a post on his social media handles shortly after inaugurating the convention that the workplace is changing at a rapid pace. According to the minister, the administration of President Dr. Muhammad Muizzu remains committed to these challenges and is prioritizing the development and nurturing of local talent. The convention will host interactive sessions on the role of HR leaders in transforming the workplace, how to make the workplace the best fit for employees, data analytics, and recent HR trends. MAHRP started the HR Convention series in 2019, and this year the 5th National HR Convention and Expo will be held from 8 to 9 February. MHRP is Maldives' first professionals and registered association devoted to human resources and people's development. Its primary aim is to serve the need of HR professionals by providing the most current and comprehensive resources, and to advance the professions by promoting HR's essential, setting professional standards and providing the know-how.
Latvia disconnects their electricity systems from Russia's power grid, part of a plan designed to integrate the countries more closely with the European Union and boost security. The country was among the 3 Baltic states that disconnected their electricity systems from Russia's power grid.
Estonia, Latvia and Lithuania disconnects from the IPS-UPS joint network, and subject to last-minute test, they will synchronize with the EU's grid at 1200 hours GMT on Sunday after operating on their own in the meantime. The grid was the final remaining link to Russia for the 3 countries, which re-emerged as independent nations in the early 1990s at the fall of the Soviet Union and joined the European Union and NATO in 2004.
It's a huge event. We're going here from 2009, so more than 15 years, and now it's the point when we're switching off. It's not so important that we're switching off, but that we are going to switch to the European electricity system together, that we have more stable system. I would say that our system is more in our control. We control our system stability. That's very important. Safe and stable electricity system at this point, and at this moment it's happening, where we're seeing a geopolitical situation. I would say this is one of the critical moments for our situation and for more electricity grid to have stable system.
The 3 staunch supporters of Kiev stopped purchases of power from Russia following Moscow's invasion of Ukraine in 2022, but has relied on the Russian grid to control frequencies and stabilize networks to avoid outages.
There isn't any risk of blackouts from the system view. We are rechecking, we have enough power, we have power reserves. Of course, there's still a lot of disinformation that something happens, there will be blackouts, we even see now. So just basically already switching up Kaliningrad, Belarus, and we are switching from Russia, and we still have electricity. System is stable, and that's most important at this point.
An army truck was seen near Tech station, and officers with guns were patrolling the vicinity in the nearby town, indicative of a Baltic warriors of attempted sabotage to disrupt the switch.
The headquarters of U.S. Agency for International Development looks different, with a sign bearing the agency's name taken down and its logo covered up. A flag was also taken down.
The U.S. judge said he will enter a limited order temporarily blocking the Trump administration from taking some steps to dismantle USAID, adding that 2,200 employees from the agency would not immediately be placed on administrative leave. U.S. District Judge Carl Nicholas in Washington, who was nominated by Trump during his first term, announced the decision at a hearing on a lawsuit from the largest U.S. government workers union and an association of foreign service workers who sued to stop the administration from dismantling the agency. The administration, in a notice sent to the foreign aid agency's workers, said it will keep 611 essential workers on board at USAID out of a worldwide workforce that totals more than 10,000. A Justice Department official, Barrett Schmidt, told Nicholas that about 2,200 USAID employees would be put on paid leave under the administration's plans. The gutting of the agency has largely been overseen by businessman Elon Musk, the world's richest man and a close Trump ally, spearheading the president's effort to shrink the federal bureaucracy.
Renewed U.S. interest gives a boost to Greenland's independence movement and strengthened its position in future session talks with Denmark, according to the country's leading pro-independence party. The Arctic island is due to vote on March 11th in an election where independence has become the main topic following recent statements by U.S. President Donald Trump that Denmark could cede control to the United States due to its strategic importance for American security.
Juno Bertelsen, a candidate in the March 11th election for the NLRAG party, said that Trump's comments had given the independence movement more momentum. NLRAG, the most prominent political voice for Greenland's independence, is campaigning to evoke an article in the 2009 law that granted Greenland increased autonomy, including the right to negotiate full independence.
NLRAG wins in the election, and when we get to have a seat in a coalition, and we get to have a say in terms of how the future is going to look for Greenland. The first thing we'll do is to activate Article 21 in the Self-Government Act, which is basically the independence process that kind of ignites, and then a negotiation process will begin with the Danish Parliament.
Once evoked, Greenland will begin negotiations with Denmark, which provides annual grants vital to Greenland's economy. Any agreement will require approval by the Danish Parliament and a referendum in Greenland. On Thursday, Greenland's ruling Siumut party, which previously reviewed independence as a long-term goal, said it seeks to hold a vote on independence following next month's general election.
I think definitely the interest that we're seeing is a good thing for Greenland in terms of negotiating with the Danish state. Because we've already seen now, just during the last few weeks with the recent developments, we've seen how quickly the Danish state has been to suddenly make changes that we've been seeking for a long time.
Trump's comments have triggered a political crisis in Copenhagen, where the government has admitted to long neglecting Greenland's defense. Last week, Danish lawmakers agreed to allocate around $2 billion to enhance its military presence in Greenland. In recent years, revelations of misconduct by Danish authorities in Greenland have also strained ties. NLRAG, which currently holds 5 seats in Greenland's 31-seat parliament, plans to conclude negotiations with Copenhagen and hold a referendum before the next election in 4 years. With Greenland as an independent state, NLRAG would pursue a defense agreement with the United States and a so-called free association with Denmark or another country, possibly the United States, Bertelsen said. Greenland was a Danish colony until 1953, when it officially became part of Denmark. It gained more autonomy in 1979 with establishment of its parliament and received a broader autonomy in 2009.
"52-year-old American Kelly Slater advances to the World Surf League Lexus Pipe Pro quarterfinals with a stunning performance at the famed Banzai Pipeline in Hawaii.
The 11-time world champion took his 100th heat win at a Pipeline, where he has completed 33 times dating back to 1991, winning on 8 occasions. Appearing as a wild card after stepping away from full-time competition in 2024, he advanced from the round of 32 with a victory over Indonesia's Rio Vida before victory over Australia's Ethan Wing in the round of 16 earned him a place in the last 8. Among those joining Slater in the quarterfinals is Hawaiian local Baron Momia, who posted a perfect 10 on his way to a win over another Hawaiian, reigning world champion John Florence. Brazilians Italo Ferreira and Miguel Pupo also went through alongside Italy's Leonardo Fioravanti and Australian rookie George Peter.
That concludes news for now. Thank you for watching PSM News. Have a good day.